Number 10. Hublot Big Bang, $5 million. Closing our list is this masterpiece, which Jay-Z received from Beyoncé as a birthday present during his 51st birthday. Boasting of a total of 1,282 diamonds, it also includes 100 carats of Breguet diamonds and 6 emerald-cut diamonds weighing more than 3 carats each. Number 9. Vacheron Constantin 57260, $8 million. If you are a fan of technology blended with a touch of art, then the Vacheron Constantin's 57260 can be considered right up your alley. Its 57 complications, 2,826 individual components, and 242 jewels guarantees any art fanatic a full house experience. The watch, which took 8 years, 8 years to design and create, is rumored to have been commissioned for $8 million for a private client. Number 8. Patek Philippe Ref 1518, $11.1 million. Produced in 1941 by Switzerland's Stern family-owned luxury watch and clock manufacturer Patek Philippe, this 1518 model was the first perpetual calendar chronograph wristwatch ever produced in a series. Its stainless steel casing is perhaps among the many features that saw this work of art sell for just over $11 million at an auction towards the end of 2016. Number 7. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona, $17.8 million. Etched with the words, "Drive carefully, me," by his wife and actress Joanne Woodward, this 1968 reference 6239 of movie star and race car enthusiast Paul Newman was a gift from his wife that sold for $17.8 million in 2017. This made the once most bankable movie star the undisputed king of the watch world. After only 12 minutes of bidding, the watch was sold to a bidder on the telephone, setting a new record for the highest price ever achieved for a wristwatch at auction. The previous record for a Rolex at auction was set in May when the Baudai Rolex sold for more than $5 million, also by Philips, and the previous record for a wristwatch at auction was $11 million for a Patek Philippe Ref 1518 timepiece, also by Philips. Considered the holy grail of the world, but has been credited as the greatest watch on the planet, with others such as Jeff Hess, a vintage Rolex collector and CEO of Analog Shift, saying that it charms people way beyond the watch world and is second to none when it comes to having roots and ties in so many collecting communities. Hess also linked it to American heritage, stating that being a piece of Americana, it also appeals to American history communities. And who are we to question Jeff Hess? If you are enjoying the video so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And just in case we are hosting you for the first time, Factuality is the go-to home for amazing facts all over the world. Number 6. Jacob & Company Billionaire Watch, $18 million. It is not possible to prepare a list of the most expensive watches in the world and leave out this Jacob & Company Billionaire Watch. Having been credited for looking more like a crown than a watch, it is adorned with 260 carats worth of brilliant emerald-cut diamonds and features a handcrafted movement with 167 components and 19 jewels. This one-of-a-kind Billionaire timepiece was first introduced to the world in 2015 and was created by Jacob Arabo in affiliation with Flavio Briatore and his Billionaire Lifestyle SARL company. The diamonds, which are emplaced in an inverted pyramid fashion, have their brilliance enhanced by the bold cut. Also set with diamonds is the full gold casing of about 18 carats. These small stones weigh about 3 carats each. Another of its striking features is a rectangle-shaped case and dial with a skeletonized movement equipped with a tourbillon escapement which is constantly in motion when on the wrist. The tourbillon compensates for errors in timekeeping due to the effects of gravity when the watch is in certain positions on the wrist. The JCAM 09 caliber consists of 167 components and offers 72 hours of power reserve. This comes as no surprise, since Jacob & Company is known for its elaborate diamond and gemstone jewelry that features top-quality gemstones in boldly beautiful settings meant to captivate at first glance. Among the many who care least about the reserve is former professional boxer Floyd Mayweather, who in his Instagram post wrote about this most recent purchase of his. Number 5. Patek Philippe Super Complication, $24 million. This gold watch was created in 1933 for Henry Graves Jr., who had specially commissioned Patek Philippe to merely produce the world's most complicated timepiece, no matter the cost. It took 5 years to complete and used to be the most expensive watch the world has ever seen. Mr. Graves was no stranger to purchasing watches and had ordered a number of custom pieces from Patek Philippe in the past. It has been narrated by trustworthy sources that he and fellow American industrialist James Ward Packard were engaged in a friendly competition to keep outdoing each other as they got Patek Philippe to produce ever more complex watches. This pocket watch that encouraged a 15-minute bidding war among some of the world's most elite timepiece collectors features 24 complications, including a perpetual calendar, sunrise and sunset times, and a celestial calendar from Graves's apartment on Fifth Avenue in New York. None of the popularly covered bevy of multi-million-dollar wristwatches that fetched huge amounts at auctions comes even close to $10 million, although most were Patek Philippe's timepieces. Number 4. Chopard 201 Carat watch, $25 million. Chopard's 201 Carat is an embossment of all the qualities of Chopard that makes them stand out from the rest, especially outstanding quality and unique designs nowhere near the rest of the styles. This piece, which is home to colored diamonds and extraordinary tinctures and witchery appeal, literally redefines luxury. Behind the $55 million hallucination by Graff, it is worth about $25 million, qualifying to be among the most expensive timepieces. The entirely handmade watch contains 874 high-grade diamonds of different colors and sizes, and an internally flawless heart-shaped pink diamond that weighs 15.37 carats, a 12.79 carat heart-shaped blue diamond at the center of the blazing white gold and yellow gold hardware. It also contains flawless heart-shaped D-color diamonds weighing 11.36 carats. Each of those stones is set in a bracelet that also contains clusters of 260 pear-shaped D-color flawless diamonds and 91 round D-color flawless diamonds, weighing 10.29 carats total, which are arranged into flower shapes that feature a round 8.81 carat yellow diamond in the center. Additionally, 26 pear-shaped yellow diamonds that together weigh 17.07 carats are scattered throughout the bracelet. When one presses the spring-loaded mechanism in the piece, the 3 heart-shaped stones open like flower petals exposed to the sun, exposing the pave-set watch face, which contains 3 pear-shaped yellow diamonds that total 8.45 carats, another Korsgaard factor that makes this watch such a beauty. With the reputation of Chopard in the jewel industry, this Swiss watchmaker's timepieces that do not depend on any of the ébauches or base movements for functionality that others often do, becomes a timekeeper that is clearly craved by collectors. Number 3. Breguet number 160, $30 million. Everything about historical figure Marie Antoinette says excess, and she is second to none when it comes to old-world vanity. That being said, one cannot also ignore her sense of fashion and elegance. The history of this watch, which has been around for over a century, is proof to Breguet's grand complication, an era of royalty symbolized by Marie Antoinette. Among the remarkable amount of valuables stolen in 1983 by infamous thief Naaman Diller, who confessed to his wife that he had stolen a number of precious and important timepieces on his deathbed, the original Breguet Marie Antoinette No. 160 was too popular to sell in the open market. Sought after because of the way it was made altogether, this particular Breguet has thin hands which flow effortlessly as if in a dance inside the watch. There are also a couple of unusual hands that add personality to match its benefactors. One hand moves along the face as the hour is struck, while another hand could be controlled to move and stop as desired. Those are peculiar characteristics that make this watch even more unique than it already was. Breguet has decided to cover the case with a clear crystal lens so you can see all the handmade and complex gears working together to make this pocket watch tick. It is a mesmerizing sight, especially since the majority of the gears were made with 24-karat yellow gold. The casing was also cast in yellow gold, and its appeal and mystery only increased with time and age. Number 2, Graff Diamonds, The Fascination, $40 million. Graff Diamonds has gifted us with a watch that has a removable part that becomes a ring. Consisting of 152.96 carats of white diamonds with a center of fancy-cut, exquisitely rare stone that is a 38.13 carat D flawless pear-shaped diamond cut and polished by Graff in their workshops. This piece lives up to its title, Fascination. This pear-shaped masterpiece is the one that can be worn as a watch dial in a highly architectural diamond bracelet, or can be taken out and worn as a ring. The bracelet that holds the watch in its center is a masterful work of metallurgy and gem setting. It is no easy feat to create a spectacular diamond bracelet that is also comfortable and convertible. Lawrence Graff, founder and chairman of Graff Diamonds, stated that this newest piece is meant to demonstrate the brand's close ties with its London-based diamond house and its Swiss watchmaking atelier. The Fascination is an outstanding piece, carefully crafted so it can be worn in a number of different ways, adding a touch of magic to the jewel, says Graff. The only question one really has to wrestle with here is whether to wear it as a watch or as a ring. Tough call when the value is $40 million. This world's most valuable transformable timepiece by Graff has earned its place as second runner-up. Number 1, Graff Diamonds Hallucination, $55 million. And the timepiece that takes our day is the Graff Diamonds Hallucination, which is worth a soaring $55 million. This holy grail of the so-called world of time cannot be featured in enough top luxury jewel sites. From Forbes to luxury launches all the way to the jewelry editor, and not at all in vain. Encrusted with multicolored and rare diamonds, the Hallucination contains 110 carats worth of diamonds, which have been painstakingly inserted one by master craftsmen to create this colorful and impressive masterpiece. Unveiled by Graff Diamonds, it features a stunning kaleidoscope of over 110 carats of extraordinarily rare colored diamonds and takes jewelry watchmaking to an unprecedented new level. This is undoubtedly the most valuable watch ever created. The multicolored timepiece is the culmination of thousands of hours of work by Graff's highly skilled team of designers, gemologists, and master craftsmen. Lawrence Graff was jolly when speaking about the phenomenally valuable lady's watch, calling it not only a sculptural masterpiece, a celebration of the miracle of colored diamonds, but also the hallucination that made his diamond dream of many years thought about to be created as a truly remarkable watch that illustrates our all-consuming passion for diamonds. Do you think the Chopard 201 carat watch, $25 million, deserves a place in the top 3? Or is there a more expensive timepiece, more worthy of the title Most Expensive Timekeeper in the Universe? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.